Hey guys, what's going on? Ken Rayder here for Raider Sports. How are we doing today? So, this was a big day. July 31st, one of my favorite days of the year. It was trade deadline day, and what everybody thought was going to be a very slow trade deadline for this season was anything but. It was extremely busy with a lot of blockbuster trades, and believe it or not, two trades I really do think really did shift the balance of power back towards the American League. First, we had the trade that kind of started it all with kind of a dead trade cycle that we were going into. I believe that the trade last night between the Indians, Reds, and Padres really opened this whole thing up. The Indians, they got Yasiel Puig, they got Franmil Reyes, Logan Allen, Scott Moss, and Victor Nova, sending to the Reds frustrated pitcher Trevor Bauer, and a Red sent to the Padres Taylor Trammell, in hoping that the Indians can catch the Twins. I think they're 3 back right now. And the other major trade that really, shaked the balance of power was the Astros getting Zach Greinke. I will cover that later. But other trades, as we go on, the Braves have finally got their closer. The Braves, who have been struggling closing games, lost another tight one today. Or maybe they won it in extras, but I know the game went into extras against the Nationals. They got their closer now in Shane Green from the Tigers. He's got a 118 earned run average, 43 strikeouts in 38 innings pitched. He is going to solidify that back end of the Braves bullpen, which has been pretty bad, even though their record doesn't show it. The trade asset that keeps on being traded, the Cubs, who picked up Martin Maldonado from the Kansas City Royals, has flipped him and have gotten Tony Kemp from the Astros as a utility infield outfielder. No reason for them to keep 3 catchers now that Contreras is back, so there really was no room for Maldonado. So he will now head back to where he played last season in Houston. The Rays, I believe the Rays struck gold here when they traded for Jesus Aguilar from Milwaukee. I know he's only batting like 225 and he's got like 8 homers and 34 RBIs, but last year he was an all-star. He had 35 homers, 108 RBIs. And playing in that dome, and with the fact that I believe the Rays are a big bat away from really competing this year, this could get them over that hump into the wild card past the A's, and could be a very dangerous team with that pitching staff to be reckoned with in the playoffs. So I think the Rays are another winner. So we got the A's, the Braves, and the Rays all clear cut, and not the A's, excuse me, the Astros, all clear cut winners in this. My boys, we sent Nate Jones out of town. We sent him to the Rangers for Joe Jarneski and Ray Castro. I will do a video on that and explaining who those guys are when I have more time. Probably tomorrow, since I am off. The Nationals, they made some huge moves, especially in getting a lot of pitching for that pitching staff that has been terrible all season. And amazingly, they're still in the playoff hunt. The Nationals, they got Daniel Hudson from the Blue Jays for Kyle Johnston, their 27th pick in the Washington system. Johnston was 9-9 at 4.03 with 20 starts at High A Potomac. The A's got Tanner Roark, 6-7, 424 earned run average as they chase the wild card, and they traded to the Reds their number 8 prospect in Jamison Hanna, who is 283, 2 homers, along with 31 RBIs. Brewers again traded Drew Pomeranz and received Drew Pomeranz and Ray Black for their number 3 prospect, Mauricio Dubon. Noah Syndergaard was not traded. The Yankees were left out of the trade deadline. They did nothing. It is a great, great thing when we can go a year in which the Yankees do not hoard the assets. The Mariners, they traded Elvis Alvarado, left-handed pitcher Taylor Gilbo. The Mariners received Elvis Alvarado and Gilbo with for the Nationals. And to the Nationals, they sent Ronis Elias. The Mariners and Nets also had another trade of Aaron Fletcher, and the Nats received Hunter Strickland. Now, going back to the big trade of the night happened literally seconds before the deadline. I think they said it was official, not seconds, but about 4 minutes before the deadline was over. The Astros have received Zach Greinke from the Diamondbacks. This now just adds a fearsome foursome right in that rotation. Greinke pretty much makes up for what they lost last year when they lost Dallas Keuchel. When they lost Keuchel, they had a glaring hole, and now they filled that hole in the rotation with Zach Greinke. I believe, from where I sit, the Astros have just won the World Series. Okay, this is the trade that really just flipped everything on its head. This is the trade that did it. This is the big blockbuster trade. We were all waiting for it. It finally happened. The Astros give up a haul, though, to get Zach Greinke. They give up their number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 22 prospects in first baseman Seth Beer, Houston's number 3, J.B. Bokakis, number 4, Corbin Martin, number 5, and Josh Rojas, number 22. So, they gave up a haul. They kind of gave up their future, but they are in such a win-now mode, and I believe that the Houston Astros have just positioned themselves to be the favorite for the 2019 World Series come in October. And I think the Rays have definitely improved their odds. The Braves have gotten better, especially in the back of the bullpen. And the Yankees and Dodgers were kind of left out in the cold this year. They're still going to be in the playoffs, but I think it just got far more interesting than it would have been otherwise. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. And as I said, I will do more of a White Sox video, I guess, on this trade that they had with of course, and I would drop it. Oh well. The trade with the Rangers that they had. I'm sorry if this ran a little long, but it's late. I'm kind of tired. Worked all day. And I do have one I really want to do about the Miami Dolphins and their training camp. I don't really talk about training camp much, but I figured this time, with the team being as bad as they are, there's a lot of storylines that I haven't gotten to yet. So guys, look for that FinsUp coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow, White Sox, Dolphins. keep it right here to Raider Sports. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Ken Rayder signing.